chapter 21, business objectives. We're talking about business objectives. We're simply talking about what the business is aiming towards, what the business wants to achieve over a long period of time. Business objectives. The aims of a business are what the business wants to achieve in the long term. Aims tend to be general, and examples might be to be the best in the market or to be the market leader. The objective of a business are the goals or targets that need to be met in order to achieve an aim. So, the objective are those goals that we are targeting, but to achieve them, we need a plan. So, we can't achieve those goals without having a set of plan.
Yeah.
To get the point there. So, well, all in all, businesses are more likely to be successful if they set a clear objective. Businesses need to have objectives for the following reasons. So, before we go into why it is important to have a clear objective, well, because it's an objective, it's why we have set it. We have set up the business.
Yeah, why is it important?
So, it is important because based on the fact that we have set an objective, it's also as an entrepreneur or employer, it gives you the reason why you would never want to stop, because that's a target. You need to meet up a target. So if you don't have a target, it's difficult. If you don't have a target, it's easy. As soon as you get to a place that things are not clear, you can just stop. But for the fact that you are looking towards your target, you would never want to stop. So it's always a motivation to really reach that target itself.
Motivates the people.
So here they said, the objective of a business are the goals or targets that need to be met in order to achieve an aim. For example, a business might aim to grow and set annual sales targets as objectives to help achieve it. Businesses are more likely to be successful if they set clear objectives. Businesses need to have objectives for the following reasons. 1, employees need something to work towards. So if I'm being employed, I would expect my employers to tell me why my purpose of being here.
Yeah.
So the purpose means that is my task. So that's why we have job description. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So your functions must be in line with the objective of the organization. So as soon as an employee is even employed, the next thing is you let him or her knows the objective, what needs to be achieved in the organization. So if you don't let them know, then there's nothing to work for. So that's the first reason why we have to set objectives. Because if we don't set it, we don't have anything to tell the employees. 2, without objectives, owners might not have the motivation needed to keep the business going. So, like I said earlier, when objectives are not set, as soon as you meet an obstacle, you will want to go back and quit. But for the fact that you have set an objective, you would always want to reach it, irrespective of the obstacle.
You're determined to reach the objective.
The third one. Objectives help owners decide where to take a business and what steps are necessary to get there. So because it's an objective, it means owners should understand how to get there. They need to organize, they need to plan things, they need to strategize. Because you cannot just, I want to fly. You cannot just fly by saying I want to fly. Yeah. You can only fly when you have those resources that would allow you to fly. So this means you are flying. I am flying to, where are you flying to? How are you going to be able to fly there? So with objectives, it allows the business to decide what to do to reach there. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So objectives are good for the owners of the business and as well as the employees. So for your objective to be clear and successful, it needs to be smart. So that takes us to SMART analysis. Are you there?
Yeah.
So objectives are set. Objective sets. Okay, here they said it is easier to assess the performance of a business if the objective sets are SMART. This means they should be one specific. And when we talk about being specific, your objectives should be clear. Oh, this is what we want to achieve. Let everybody know that this is what we need to achieve. You need to set a clear objective, not cumbersome, not the ones that we have to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
It needs to be clear at the beginning, at the onset, that this is what we want to do. Let it be known to everybody. Agreed. You need approval of everyone around you, because you're not just going to be the only one. It's a teamwork thing. So as soon as you have set the objective, seek their opinion, their views, to see what they have in mind towards that objective, because you all have to be in the same line. If you are not in the same line, then you cannot achieve the objective.
You can all work together. Good.
Is it clear? They're measurable. Oh, I did agree before
Yeah,
measurable. It's okay. For measurable, you have to show them the previous, the previous results. You have to quantify it. Show them why it is possible to achieve it. And the only way to do that is give them statistics, past figures, past events that allows them to know that, oh, if we put effort into this, it's also achievable.
it's,
Do you understand?
yeah,
Then the next one, realistic. For realistic, you must don't set objectives that is not attainable. Give them resources needed. So don't tell me to fly without providing the wings.
exactly.
Do you understand? So whatever objectives that you have set as an owner or as an employer, let it be realistic. Provide them with support. That makes them to be able to achieve it. Do you get that?
Yes.
Then time specific. It has to be time specific. You need to state a time, which the beginning and the end time. If not, you can continue to do it as long as possible. So everything that starts must end somehow. So you must state a specific period of time which these objectives has to be achieved. Because without you setting up a time, then you won't be able to measure the performance. To measure the
Yeah.
performance where you are and where you are heading to, you need time to be able to decide to determine that. Is it clear?
Yes.
So we go into the objectives of a business. One, there are different reasons why people have set up a business. One, survival. So survival can be an objective. Are you there?
Yeah.
So when we talk about survival simply means being able to continue the business despite all difficulties. So here we're going to split it into two. We have survival for a new business and we have survival for an existing business. They have different situations. So we start with a new business. If you are a new business, you're just starting up a business. And you should understand that before you, there were other businesses, other competitors there, existing competitors. They have customers. There's no customer in heaven, so all the customers are here. So those, as soon as you are coming into that market, you are trying to take away with their customers. It might take time because their customers might be loyal. Do you understand?
Because they're emotionally bonded.
Yeah, they're emotionally attached to the
Yeah.
business. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to have your own chance. You're going to have your chance, but it's going to take time. So those times that it's going to take, you should think about being in existence, survivor. You won't want to make profit then, but you just want to understand how the market works, so that you will be able to penetrate into the market. That is survivor for a new business. Do you get it or not?
I get it.
A new business would not think about making profit initially. It will only think about existing in that market until it's able to stamp its authority. Do you get the point I'm making here? That is survival for a new business. Now we have existing business. For existing business, survival to them is different. Survival for existing business is different. For existing business, what they want is they're already in the business, they know the game, how it goes. But there are some events that are beyond their control. Maybe a recession, which is an economic decline for 2 consecutive quarters. So if there's recession, it affects the whole economy. The aggregate demand would fall. So then businesses will not be making profit because nobody is buying. A lot of people are unemployed. Income level is falling. So it is expected for you not to sell. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So at that point in time, you won't be thinking about making profit. You would rather be thinking about surviving that period. So for survival for existing business, it happens especially when there's the marketing environment is not friendly. Things are not working well, and these things are beyond the control of the business. So the only thing, like during the COVID,
Yeah.
a lot of businesses only think about surviving that period. So after that when you are able to survive that period, you're still in existence, then you can think about profit because you have survived that storming time. So that is survival for an existing business. Do you get it? For a new business, survival only comes because you're still new into the market. The market doesn't know you. You need to understand how the market works. So at that time, you don't have customers. Like I said earlier, the customers are in heaven. So you don't have any customers coming up. You have to take from the customers that are existing with your competitors. So to take them, you need to really take time. You need to convince them because they are loyal customers. So to do that, you might only think about surviving that period of time
Yeah.
until the market know you well. Do you understand? That is for new business, and for existing one, it's simply about surviving that period,
recession,
which
yeah.
things are not really well. Is survival clear?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So that takes us to profit maximization, which is another objective. You have a question? So for profit maximization, we're simply talking about a business wanting to make the highest possible profit in the market. And to make that, you might have to invest in advertisement, you might have to do a lot of things to to really make that profit. You have to be aggressive. You get the point here? You might even have to employ the most skilled workers. You might have to train your workers to be more efficient and effective. But the point is, you need to make the highest possible profit in that market.
In the market.
That is profit maximization. Is it clear?
Yes.
We have other objectives, like sales maximization. For sales maximization, it's simply talking about selling the highest possible product in the market. And for that to happen, you might have to reduce your price.
Well, it's not the same as profit maximization.
No, profit maximization is always total revenue minus total cost, right?
Yeah.
So to make more profit,
You can raise the price.
you might increase the price,
Yeah.
or reduce your cost of production.
True.
Do you get it?
So what's the point of sales maximization?
No, some businesses might want to sell more.
Yeah, but
The point, when you are able to, I'll
yeah.
tell you why. When you are selling more by reducing the price, it means the demand for your product would increase. Yes or no? It doesn't end there. Calm down and listen to how it works.
Okay.
There's sales maximization, which means the objective is to increase our sales. To increase our sales, we might have to reduce the profit. We might have to reduce the price. Now, what is the point? Why do you have to reduce your price, right? That is your point.
Yeah.
But have you forgotten that customers are conscious about price? Yes or no?
Yes.
Based on the law of demand, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded, right? Yes or no? Now, businesses that are aiming at sales maximization, make them to reduce the price. The demand for their goods will increase, yes or no?
Yes.
Because the demand for their goods is increasing, they will be able to operate on a larger scale. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because now they can sell more, they can produce
sell
more.
more.
As a result of that, they will be able to exploit economies of scale.
They can make more profit than
No.
earlier.
They will be able to exploit economies of scale because they are operating on a larger scale. And economies of scale is a cost advantage you have as a firm because you are expanding your business. So now that they are expanding their business based on the fact that the demand for their goods is increasing, their cost of production would actually fall. Now they have those customers to themselves.
Yes.
Those customers might be loyal, and now they can as well make more profit. Do you get the objective now? So it is starting from that first stage, reducing your price.
It's a risk, basically.
Yeah, every business involves risk.
Yeah,
So the point is, you don't just judge as an entrepreneur, as a leader. You don't judge at the beginning. You are supposed to look out for why would a business want to increase sales by reducing the price. A business would do that because the target is not to make. The target is to make profit, but getting to there, it needs to attract customers first. So you might as well still sell at that price and still make profit, because when you increase your scale of operation, your average cost of production would fall. Yes or no?
Yes.
So as soon as your average cost of production falls, so that means each unit cost would reduce. You have lowered your price to 5. Now, based on the fact that you have expanded your scale of operation, your cost of production has fallen to maybe 4, and you used to sell at 5. Before now it was 4.5 and you're selling at 5. So now that you have increased your scale of operation, your average cost of production has fallen. Now your cost of production might be 3, and you will still be selling at that 5. You'll be making profit.
Yeah.
So sales maximization helps businesses to expand their scale of operation, which will allow them to reduce their average cost of production. Then they will be able to make more profit. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
So that is about sales maximization.
What's more effective, sales maximization or profit maximization?
Well, I will tell you. It depends on what the objective is, because these are objectives.
Yeah.
So what do you want to achieve? Do you want to achieve profit just now, or you think about achieving profit in the future? If it is profitable now, you can use price scheming that allows you to make profit maximizing.
But if you want to have in the future, like in the long run, sales maximization.
So it depends on the objective. The objective will determine the decision you make. Clear?
Yeah.
So the next one is market share. Are you with me?
I'm here, yeah.
So for market share, it simply means the percentage of what you sell compared to those of your competitors. So market share is total brand sale divided by total market sale multiplied by 100. Do you know that? Let me just write it for you, please. Market share. Market share is market share equals total brand sale divided by the total market sale
Times 100.
Yeah, that's the percentage. So the percentage of the proportion of what you sell
So, yeah.
compared to your competitors. I think that point is clear there.
Does that make they say the sales? It's not the money. You mean just like the quantity?
Yes.
The quantity.
But here, your revenue, the amount of sales you make, because you want to attract more customers. The quantity is meant from the value.
Yeah.
Now, the value is important here. You want to increase the value of what you sell. That is market share. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next one, cost efficiency. Are you there?
Yep.
For cost efficiency, we're simply talking about ensuring that you're able to reduce your cost of production. Because when you're able to reduce your cost, that is when you can remain competitive in the market.
When you reduce the cost.
Yeah, you remain competitive because reducing your cost allows you to sell at a lower price.
More demand, yeah.
So that makes it, as well, any firm that is cost effective will remain competitive.
So if you and your competitor are on a price war.
Price war. Price war is complex.
Are you trying to make your price less than your competitor so more customers come to you? That's the price war. Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So for cost efficiency, that's all about that. So a business can have can use a variety of methods to cut cost. One, lay off staff or to cut labor cost. You might reduce the number of workers you have to reduce your cost. You might find cheaper supplies. Because when you find cheaper supplies, it reduces your cost of production.
Yeah, production, exactly.
Increase the usage of recycled materials. You continue to use the same. You use materials all over and over again. Find effective way of working. Effective way. Develop ways of saving energy. You don't use fuel. You don't burn fuel. I think it's clear.
Yeah.
Then another objective is employee welfare. When you talk about employee welfare, it means you are thinking about methods of motivating your employees and about their well-being. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So think about their well-being. That can also increase your productivity anyway. So a business might target the welfare of employees to increase productivity. So if your employees are happy, do you get the point or not?
Yeah. If they're happy, they'll be more motivated and they work better.
Yeah. So the target is still profit, but it's going through employee welfare.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So improve the working environment by making it cleaner, less noisy and less crowded. Ensuring the staff are comfortable. That means give them a conducive working environment, pay them well, equip them. Health and safety important. These are reasons why employees will be happy and they will be able to do more. I think the point is clear.
It's clear.
So go down. Customer satisfaction. Are you there?
I'm here.
For me, customers are the kingpin of every business. So it is important for them to be happy. And when they are happy and satisfied with your service or your product, they will come back. And not only that, they will come back, they will refer you to a lot of customers. Do you get the point I'm making there?
Yeah, I get it.
So most businesses will try to meet the needs of customers. The benefits are clear. If customers are satisfied, they are more likely to return. That's what I just said. Loyal customers are valuable in a business. In order to win their loyalty, some businesses aim to exceed customers' expectations. When you exceed customers' expectations, it means quality. Do you understand what quality is now?
Yeah.
Exceeding customers' expectations. Meeting customers' customers' expectation is quality. Exceeding customers' expectation is adding value.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
How might business do this? Ensure that all customers-facing staff are trained to a very high level in communication. Their conduct must be polite, professional, and friendly 100% of the time. That's one way. Provide a platform for customers' feedback. Get feedback. And not only get the feedback, give them swift response to the feedback. Interact with customers using social media. Encourage a two-way flow. Give feedback.
Yeah.
Deal with customers' complaints promptly and effectively to the evident satisfaction of the customer. Like, you do it and they feel like, yes, you've done it. Do you get the point on that?
Yeah, I get it.
Monitor customer service regularly using mystery shoppers. You know mystery shoppers?
Like you
Inspectors.
Yeah, you inspectors that pretend to be customers.
Customers. Nice one.
Yeah.
So these are ways to do that. Then we go to social objectives. Are you there?
Yeah.
For social objectives, this is that sets social objective is one that shows concerns for the local area. A business should aim to promote prosperity and develop a strong relationship with the local community so it can coexist. For social objective, it's simply about social responsibility. Give back to the society. Do you get the point? Give back to the society.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
That's just one of the objectives, right? Yeah.
Is it there? That is what social
Yeah.
objective is. I'm just
Yeah,
telling.
yeah.
I'm summarizing social objective.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So,
So they said keeping noise levels down. That is ensuring that the environment is not like noisy. Maintaining sensible opening hours. Don't let your opening hours disturb the residents.
like, don't make it too early, don't make it too late. That's
Yeah.
why there's construction, there's working hours.
Yeah. Demonstrating responsibility to the environment by minimizing your pollution. That's also important. Providing employment for local people. That is when you give back to the community. Employ them first. Employ them. Give them references. Make them as preference. Maintaining an open channel of communication between the business and local community so that issues can be raised and discussed. Allow the community to have say. Suggestion box and so that if you are violating anything, you'll be able to know. Making contribution to community life, such as visiting local schools, sponsoring local events, making donations to local charities. It is not in the interest of a business to upset the local community. This is because collectively, the local population may be a powerful force. Should they submit any form of objection. A business has a duty to be considerate and respectful when operating in a residential area, for example. So the point is, there are stakeholders that you shouldn't.
You should not
You should
anger
not-
the community.
You should not compromise. You should not.
anger the community.
You should not, because if you do, there are no could stop your business from operating there.
Yeah.
I think it's clear. Is it clear, please?
Yes.
Any question about that? So that ends our business objective for chapter 21.